Okay then, hello and welcome to the STB Racing League Season 20 Tier 2 Japanese Grand Prix. We're here for round 5 of the season. Unfortunately, it is only me in the commentary box this evening. Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to this Japanese Grand Prix. As I said, as Dan has span, but as I said earlier on yesterday, it's a very mediocre placing for Japan this season. Usually it's near the back end of the season with, Monza, America, around those sort of circuits. But we're here in between Spain and Canada. So, you know what? I am looking forward to this race. It's going to be a great race. TL1 was very interesting last night. We had some questionable battles. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this Grand Prix. Nikki currently leads the classification. I said, you know what? I've said that I'm really looking forward to this Grand Prix 3 times. I think you guys get the hint, but I am really looking forward to this race because Japan is actually pretty decent. Like, I'm not going to lie, it is decent. But yes, Nikki leads the timings at the moment, leads the classification, as Rockery is out of the session. I think he has crashed it on his own. Look at RWB, current championship leader. But yes, Nikki leads by 4 tenths. Yeah, you can see Rockery there off the track. He has binned it off the curb there. But to be fair, fresh compound tyres, fresh mediums could work wonders. Really could work wonders for his race, but we're going to have to find out soon. RWB then up in the first sector, but he needs to try and find 4 tenths on this lap. So I'm not quite sure how he's going to do that. He's going to have a bit of dirty, well, I don't know, maybe dirty air, a bit of slipstream maybe, but at the minute he and Nikki are looking the dominant force so far. Basu's close behind, but I don't think Basu has that race pace that he needs to really challenge. But, we'll find out in Japan. Anything can happen. But, yes, RWB then down the back straight to 130. He's 2 tenths up. This could be a decent lap time, but I'm actually not entirely sure. Got to really execute these curbs around the final corner. Tight to the line, it's a 28.5 and it's P2 for the moment. Nicky's up on his lap in the first sector, but I think he's backed off. He has backed off his lap. Basu is down. Capitan Bag has just put in a 29.2, that will put him in P5. Sergio's on a lap there, let's keep an eye on him. Because Sergio is actually a very quick driver. We've seen that in Tier 3. Sky 50 Dead has lagged down. So we'll have to try and get him back in the lobby, but Sergio dips it on the grass there. You really want to be careful on some of these curves around this track. It's very easy to spin. Let me try and get Sky 50 Dead back in. And someone's actually joined the lobby, so just give me one moment, guys. I'm currently on my own, so it's difficult to try and sort it all out. Let me just try and get this guy to leave the lobby. Here at STB, we lock the numbers so people can't join, but then obviously when someone lags out the session, it's quite difficult. Okay, let's get 50 Dead back in. Right then, let's see where Dan Souza is. Dan is on a lap, and he's 4 tenths up in the first sector. Dan is back then. He's had a kind of a horrid time, I'd say. I think he's going to try and get a good result here in Japan. Okay then. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to sort everything out. It's hard when you're on your own. Sort everything out. But Dan Souza then, second up on his lap. So he's on the pace at the minute. Probably going to get probably on par with RWB and Nicky at the moment, so he may put himself in P3. Might be a 26.6, 28.6. Sorry, maybe it's a 28.8. Puts in P4, so I weren't too far off. I weren't too far off the lap, but yeah, Dan puts himself up in a P4 there. Great lap from Jehan. I don't know how. I don't actually know how to say that. And Berserker. Oh, that was close. That could have been a little spin there for the McLaren driver, but yeah. Sky 50 Deads actually span. I don't know how he span there, but he has span. I don't know how he was so far on the inside of the grass as Trolley. Really having a dismal season so far. He's off the track and not got no front wing. So there you go. Shari's on a lap then. Well, I think he's backed off. So I think he's just started his lap. He puts himself in a P12. Interesting things really here tonight. Obviously you've got Gian in P3. I was not expecting him to be so far up. Dan is in P4. You've got Basil P5. Matthew P6. Matthew is actually running the cockpit cam now, I think. And he's actually looking pretty quick. I don't know how, when, who, whatever. I don't have a clue. But Matt is looking pretty quick in cockpit cam. Berserker's going to come back into the pits then. So he's had enough of his lap. And he's going to go back out, I think, for another final run. So the driver's all in the pits then. Let's see who's going to get pole position here in Japan. Salvador's on a lap, 3 tenths up in the first sector. It was a good race in Spain last week, but I can't actually remember who won. That's actually really bad, because I can't actually remember who won. My mind is so bad, and I didn't actually check the stream before. But it was a decent race, put it that way. But I just can't remember it, which is not very good of me. But I know Salvador had a pretty bad one. He's 4 tenths up in the second sector. Nicky goes P1, provisional pole position. Is that going to be enough though? RWB and Jihan. Jihan's got to find 4 tenths if he wants pole. And Salvador's completely messed that up. Yeah, completely messed up that section, but it's P12 for 29.7 in the same temp as Shari. So everyone's out on their outlaps now. You've got RWB on his outlap, Jihan on his outlap, Dan Souza. Is he going to go out again? I don't know. Bassel is on an outlap. Mafio will be starting soon. Capitan Bag is going to start his lap soon as well. And Sergio is going to start his lap now. So going to keep on board with the Chilean driver. Kian is retired. The Kian and Trolley are really struggling this season. I'd say Shari as well, really struggling to put their marker down on some of the times. You know, they've got to do better if they want some decent results. But Sergio's had a decent first sector. We're going to see what his sector 1 split is as he's going to come through now. It's a 32.2. It's in P, well, I don't know what position, but it's 2 tenths up. Nearly validates the lap there on the exit of the second leg now. Onto the hairpin now, pretty decent. Needs to get on the traction line. So that was compromised there. Really got to just use the shortest run to spoon curve. We've got to throw the car in and let the car roll around the corner, get on the curb on the outside. Sergio doesn't really hit it that much. And now climbing down the back straight. It's 5 tenths up. Sergio's on a good lap here, which could well be top 5 for CRS Sergio. I'm going to turn our attentions to RWB. Is he going to get pole position in Japan? Bad final chicane from Sergio, and he has backed off his lap. So he wants to try and start on fresh tyres. Dan Souza has retired from the session, and RWB was a 10th up in the first sector. So he's on par at the moment if the first sector was the lap. Here we go. Really got to commit through spoon curve. And he's messed his lap. He's hit the inside curve. That's not good. Gian's on a lap now as well. Capitan Bag goes P4. And Mafio is in. So the driver's not able to improve. Let's see, though. RWB's still up on his lap, though. RWB is still up on his lap. He needs a banger chicane. Is it still on for RWB here in Japan? No. Spoon curve. He could have got it. He could have got it. He could have got pole position. I had my full faith in him then. He could have got it. He could have got pole. That's so unlucky there. All right, see what Trolley's going to do. Trolley's really not been on the pace, but he's 3/10 up at the minute. But at least he's on par with Kian. We're going to see into the final corner. Very bad run. That was very bad, but it's 29.7. So it is quite close between Salvador, Shari, Trolley, Kian. Rocky's going to have to try and navigate his way through as well. But great qualifying there from Nicky F1 TV. As... Hola, Fórmula 1 Xbox, bienvenidos. Bienvenidos a Gran Premio de Japón. No sé. No sé letra para Japan en español. Pero Nicky will take pole position for the Japanese Grand Prix. I'm about to say Spanish Grand Prix there, that was last week. But Nicky there is P number 1. Second is QBR 20 RWB. QBR has actually ended, unfortunately, so it'll be interesting to see what team RWB does join, but the minute he is racing under that name tonight. Third is AMS Jihan. Decent qualifying. Very surprising. I was not expecting him to be so far up. Great race there from the Ferrari. Great qualifying from the Ferrari. Fourth is Capitan Bag. Fifth is KTFE Dan Souza. Sixth PN F1 Basel. Seventh TRT Mafio. Eighth Sky 50 Dead. Ninth RPR Berserker. 10th will be CRS Sergio, but he's starting on those medium compound tyres. 11th is Crooken. 12th F1X Salvador. 13th Shari F1. 14th Trolley. 15th Kian. And 16th, because he actually crashed out of qualifying, is Rockery 13. Formula 1 Xbox say buenas noches a todos. Buenas noches. Bienvenidos a Japan. It is cloudy here, so I'm interested to see what happens in the race. That could prove very vital for CRS Sergio, who starts on those mediums and is in the top 10. So it looks like we're going quite quickly. No messing around for the Japanese Grand Prix. Want to get things going as quickly as possible. But yes, last night was a pretty... it was a pretty crazy one, to be fair. It was a crazy one in terms of the race, and I can't actually remember who won. I think it was SK who won the race, but I actually can't remember. I'm honestly, my memory is of a goldfish. It's so bad. 50 Dead has got some support in the chat. I hope the stream is working well. I hope there's no problems with the stream. I've got it on my end at the minute because I do get a bit paranoid that it's not working. Bit of dust being kicked up here, but it does look very cloudy. It does look quite cloudy here. I do hope that the stream is working well. I hope there's no problems with it. But yes, Nicky then will take pole position for this Japanese Grand Prix. Needs to win this race if he's to have any sort of challenge for this championship. As I was doing, you know, the preparation for this season, it was definitely in my mind Nicky versus RWB for this championship battle. RWB was brought in to challenge. There's still, you know, decent drivers behind, you know, like Jihan, Capitan Bag, who's got his pace back up as well. Great stuff from him. You got Dan Souza, you got Basu. Mafio that far behind as well. So Mafio's had a great sort of run so far this season. He's just been a bit unlucky. So hopefully he can stay out of trouble and try and get himself up a little bit, because he is a very talented driver. Helps me with my setting. I hope the stream is not lagging too much. So I am seeing a few problems on my end, just a few glitches. So I'll keep an eye on that. Do put in the comments who you think is going to win this Japanese Grand Prix. I say Nikki F1 TV. But yeah, do put your predictions into the chat for who you think is going to win the race. It's going to be a pretty interesting race. I think strategy is definitely going to prove to be a decisive factor in the result of this Grand Prix. So I'm here for it. Nikki on pole position. QPR RWB is going to be P2. Third is going to be Jihan. And fourth on the second row is Capitan Bag. So whoever gets the best start out of these could well be in a good position for turn one. But hopefully Nikki can stay in that P1. Rocky is going to pull up to his grid box now. Here we go then. It's the STB Racing League Season 20 Tier 2 Honda Japanese Grand Prix. Let's see how the drivers do. Here we go. It's 1 light, it's 2 lights, it's 3 lights, it's 4 lights, it's 5 lights for the Japanese Grand Prix. And it's lights and away they go. Great start from Nikki. Bad start from RWB. Going up to one position off the line there. Capitan Bag's going to be on the inside. He's going to have to bail out of the crash. And there's been a crash down the straight. F1X Salvador, Kian and Trolley all out. Virtual safety car is out. That is what happened down there. Safety car is out. Oh no. That's a shocking start to the Japanese Grand Prix. What is going on? I think there was a collision last night between, I think it was Bram was involved last night. And it was just down the straight into turn one and they all just crashed. And it looks like Crooken's also been involved as well. He's got no front wing. I think Sergio's also, so that involved, you know, a good 5 drivers. Yeah, that was pretty. Oh, I ain't got a clue. I don't know what happened. I was looking at RWB's very poor start, but Jihan picks up 2nd position at the moment. That's a great start for the Ferrari. But yeah, I am a little bit confused about what took place there. Very unfortunate. Trolley out again. Kian's out again. Salvador. But yeah, I don't know what happened. The stewards will need to investigate if it warrants an investigation. And we have to look at the other people's onboards because I didn't see it on the stream, unfortunately. Crooken's going to come into the box. That could have been curtains for Crooken. That could have been absolute curtains for the Brit. Yeah, Sergio's got damage as well. So that actually involved 5 drivers from this Grand Prix. That is pretty embarrassing. Not what the drivers want to be doing, crashing on lap 1 and having a collision on lap 1. You know, it's not what you want to do, but it is a front wing change for Williams. Going to go onto a set. Is that hards? Yeah, I think that's a hard tyre. Crooken also is on the hards. Front wing change as well. And off they go. They're going to have to catch up to the pack. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. There's always some sort of collision at Japan. I remember 2010, the Renault, they just speared into the side barrier in 2010. It's a little bit like that, just down the straight. They didn't even make it to turn 1 and they had a collision. So big sort of action here in Japan. But hopefully those 3 can come back strong next week in Canada. Unfortunately, I won't be here bringing you the coverage for Canada next week. I am actually attending the Concert for Ukraine, a concert, a benefit sort of concert for the people of Ukraine, very close to my heart. I've been following the events very closely, and it's to raise money for the humanitarian crisis. You know, the children, the women, everyone affected and has had to move. Over 10 million people obviously have had to leave Ukraine. So I will be supporting that. I will be going to that. It is in my city in the UK, and it is actually going to be on TV. So who knows? STB Maldi could make his first TV appearance. So who knows? Hopefully the cameras look at me. But yeah, that's not to say though that next week is going to be a bad race. I believe Bram will be bringing the coverage next week, and maybe Mafio. So those two will be bringing you the live coverage from Canada, and then I will be back the following week for the first ever sprint qualifying of STB Tier 2. I think that will be, I believe, at Britain, but don't quote me, we'll know next week. Got some support for Basil in the chat. Hola, bem-vindo ao Grande Prêmio do Japão. Boa sorte, PNF1 at Basel. So a lot of international support here. We've got some Brazilian fans, we've got Spanish fans, we've got some Italians, I think, in here. Definitely had some support last week for Capitan Bag. So do keep sharing with everyone that supports the drivers, and let's hope that we can have a nice 24 laps that we have remaining in this race. Only 13 drivers remain. This was a smaller lobby tonight, so hopefully the drivers can all navigate their way through calmly and sensibly as we get perfect Portuguese. Obrigado, muito obrigado. But yes, what was I going to say? Sorry. Yeah, hopefully the drivers can behave themselves. They can have a good little race now. It's always very difficult down into that first corner. But the drivers also got to watch out for the first corner as well, because overtakes are not easy in that first corner round this track, Suzuka. So I am not looking forward. I'm not looking forward to some of these overtakes, because these drivers, Tier 2 is very aggressive as well. Tier 1, it is quite aggressive, but I'd say Tier 2 is probably the most aggressive tier. It's definitely the closest on the grid. But yeah, hopefully we can have a great little race. The safety car is in this lap. I'm going to stop chatting nonsense. Safety car's in this lap. That was so late. That was so late. Oh no. Right, here we go. And Nicky's gone. Great start from RWB. He's already crossed the line and he's got the move done. Up in a P2, there you go, Capitan Bag. Then you've got Dan Souza. And you've got Mafio and Basil down into turn 1. Basil, ooh, that was very close there. Lado into turn 1. Basu under attack by 50 Dead as they come through the first corner. I think 50 Dead made contact with the back of the Alfa Romeo there. Very difficult this first sector. Dirty air, curbs, heavy fuel as well at this current stage, so it's difficult to navigate the way through. But Mafio's had a great start. P6 currently for the Alfa Romeo. For the Williams, sorry. Williams. Oh, the Red Bull is going up the inside, so Rocker is getting a bit feisty here. He obviously won China, had a bad race in Spain. He's trying to come for a bit of redemption here in Japan. My nose is going absolutely crazy. It's very nice weather in England, so my hay fever is starting. So that's not good, guys. That's not good. Do make sure that you keep communicating with us on the stream. Who are you supporting here in Japan? Rockery then, on a set of mediums, needs to try and get this move done, and he's up the inside of Shari. Oh, that was close. If he didn't get that, if he didn't go for that little dive bomb move, or look up the inside, that would have probably been a collision. And Rockery into the pit lane. So great stuff from him. And Jihan's gone wide. Jihan's not got good pace at the moment. Capitan back. This move done. Lose too much right on his chuff. Capitan Bag's gone wide. Here we go. This is Dan's opportunity. Can't get the move done. I think the stream's lagging a little bit. I don't know why that is. I think the stream's slightly. Stop. Absolutely, the stream was lagging a little bit. I've seen that on. I don't know why. It's aggressive there. Here we go down the straight. Dan Souza with the stick.